position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida's offense will take the field first. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
To the ground with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The short hands, it's Wilson.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Runs through a tackle. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Catch in the middle. It's Craven. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. In the red area, it's Moss. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wilson. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They booted away on 4th down. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. Turning it on! And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
The Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him wide open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down to 5.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
A run for the quarterback. And he walks in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless Russ, I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
To throw, it's Flagway. Using the quick game. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes it, gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Looking for room, it's Ball.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They've got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Reed. This time on target. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Moving away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggies.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Now the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Armstrong.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Reed. They're setting up the screen. There he goes! They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Armstrong. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He'll do it himself. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Reed. Gets it out quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The give to the back. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense, sir. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
The play action fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Reed. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Snagged in the middle. It's Bussey. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
On the run, it's Moss. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives into the 10-yard line.
You You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
To the air, it's Reed. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's going for the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aggie!
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense. Dropping back, making it look like it's passed. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space. And he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
He's out of bounds at the 29. Second down coming up.
The Gators have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, running back gets the give. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
He's brought down near the 49-yard line. And first down for the offense.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Ball. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Hansen. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Wide open space. Touchdown, Gators. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. So an 82-yard drive there. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Reed. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Handoff from the gun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Catch in the middle. It's Craver. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Moss. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Moss. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
And the Gators will kick it off to start the second half. Returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Back to throw, it's Reed. He's got an open man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And some room to work.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Makes the catch. It's Concepcion. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's good for a Fighting Texas Aggie.
The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
The give to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Eighth play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Pressure coming. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
That's good.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And now on second down for this offense. Off play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. A lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Yeah, no mystery there. Third down, just let the quarterback keep it himself. How about the push up front by the offensive line to help get that first?
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Here's the handoff. Creates a little room. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient.
Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Man, tight ends used to line up on the ball and block or release for a couple different routes. Now, you're putting them out wide. You're putting them like this right here in the slot. You're asking them to run corner routes in man-to-man coverage and go win. The tight end position has evolved big time over the years.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got some room in into the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
The head coach's heart just skipped a beat. Looks like they were going in for the easy touchdown, but he puts it on the ground. Everything's going bad. But Johnny on the spot, somebody was paying attention, Dave, and is able to hop on that ball for a touchdown.
And that's why you always keep competing. Coaches are going to harp on that all the time. Finish the play. You're never out of it. You don't know what's going to happen, and that's a perfect example. Ball gets on the ground. Offensive player now says, oh, crud, I got to jump on it. Jumps on the football and gets a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Got it behind the line. It's Bussey. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Looking for a man. It's Glagway. Rushes on him. He'll take another shot here. Got it. Touchdown, Gators. And here they come, almost all the way back.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the single back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Wants to return it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Grab behind the line. It's third of it.
Man, this is really good complimentary football so far. Like, you're down in the fourth quarter. Your defense has to get a stop. They get it, and I love the first play. We continue the momentum. Nice play on first down. Got to put this drive together. Got to get some points.
The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Here's the give off the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's fourth and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
The kick is on its way, and the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Nice job by this defense stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. That's caught. It's third of it. And he's brought down after a nice game. He's now over 150 yards on the day. They're finding ways to get him the ball, much like the Gators did in 07, getting it to Percy Harvin, who had 100-yard receiving games and 100-yard rushing games that year.
He was just such a weapon. When you got weapons, you learn how to use them, and you learn how to deploy them in all kinds of different ways. If I'm Florida, continue to find ways to find that guy, because whether it's zone, man, whatever, he wins.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Sturdivant. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Just keep slinging it. Lost one deep down the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Gators are flying down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Glagway. Avoids pressure. Escapes the sack. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to run the football, and they were going to have to get some of that production from the quarterback, and he just broke off his longest run of the game so far. That was critical for his confidence, for this offense's confidence, and right now if you're on defense, you've got to find an answer for this guy.
They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for a crease. It's Ball. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Amidst a den of deafening noise, he'll try to tie the game. It is perfect. And here in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. 4th quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front. into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Craver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Give to the running back. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets the first down and more. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggies.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Running it to the right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Trying to set up the screen. Makes a man miss. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So now it's 2nd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Look out, he's got room. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Aggies back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The give to the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
I love the play call here late in the game. You've got 2 timeouts. You need points to win, but you can still run the football, and you can lean on this offensive line and your ball carrier to get it done. That was a really good-looking play late.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go to the counter. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
To the air, it's Reed. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggies.
just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this will be for the win. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot.